that. So please welcome Luke. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much, Lawrence. A stalwart of the Liberal Party up here in Queensland. A very popular person inside the room, and a round of applause for Lawrence for his support. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, party faithful and all, my name is Luke Clifton. I'm the Group Executive for Macquarie Technology Group. I'm honoured to be with you here today to introduce Australia's next Prime Minister, Mr. Peter Dutton. Before I do that, I wanted to reinforce the commitment of our company to the LNP. I think, if I remember correctly, this is the 23rd year that we have sponsored this conference. And my illustrious leader, the CEO of the group, is on holidays with his family and sends his deepest apologies that he couldn't be here today. His daughter is going through the Sydney HSC, and this was the last chance they had between now and then for a family holiday. He sends his deep apologies he couldn't be with you, but you'd be very pleased to learn he's on holidays in far north Queensland. And it's good to be amongst friends. And it is your cause that we feel very much aligned to. I see a room full of people here that swings their legs out of bed every morning because you want to make a difference. In our company's purpose and values, we also want to make a difference. You want to make a difference for the benefit of the community at large, and of course we want to make a difference for those customers, those businesses out there that are underserved and overcharged. And in my industry, which is mainly telecommunications, of course, the incumbent tends to be Telstra. It has a long track record of overcharging and underserving. And if I think about the LNP, well, your major opponent, of course, is the Labor Party, who has a long track history of overcharging and underserving. They overcharge in electricity. They overcharge in groceries. They overcharge in taxes. And they underserve the community. So we feel very strongly that what you do and your cause to serve the community is very similar to what we like to do in technology. And the Macquarie Telecom Technology Group began 30 years ago as a family business, founded by two Australian brothers, David and Aidan Shudo. And from those very humble beginnings as a small to medium enterprise, they've grown the company into a top ASX 250 listed organisation, employing hundreds of Australian employees, and now a company worth well over $2 billion. And that's why we've expanded our business over the last 15 years into data centres, because we understand as well that it's the digital economy that is going to be the sustainable jobs for the future for all Australians, for our communities, for our sons and our daughters. We're passionate also about protecting Australia's digital future. For over 2 decades, Peter Dutton has brought very similar values into the Australian Parliament as the member for Dixon. The same values he's lived as a successful small business owner and policy officer before that. Family values, the value of hard work, community contribution, friendship, respect and security is the foundation of what Peter stands for. In his maiden speech to Parliament, Peter described how he was ready to take up, and I quote, "the fight for a better place in which to live, because this, today, is more difficult for many reasons." Those words are as true today as what they were back in 2001, if not more so. Our lives don't just improve because we get up out of bed in the morning, although, to be honest, that's a pretty good start. It takes effort, sometimes great effort, to build a better future for the current generation, the next generation, and the generations after him. It is that effort which Peter embodies, perhaps better than anyone else in the Australian Parliament. Peter is a leader of conviction. I'm a huge fan of conviction politicians because they say what they mean, even though at times that might be unpopular. We've had some fantastic conviction leaders in the past. I note right in front of me, Barnaby Joyce, you're definitely a man of conviction. I note, of course, previous leaders of the LNP like John Howard and Tony Abbott, and even extending out, and sometimes even to the Labor Party, like Bob Hawke. I think we see in a man here another conviction politician that can rally the nation and bring us together and make the change that we need. So, please join me in welcoming the member for Dixon, the leader of the opposition, Australia's next Prime Minister, the Honourable Peter Dutton MP.